Alright, so I finally got my hands on Herocade, a game that I had no idea was even coming out until like last week, but regardless, it's a compilation of 9 PSVR games. And here's the kicker, it's only $15. So yeah, sign me up. I mean, that sounds like a great deal. But, is it too good to be true? Well, let's find out. Now before I start, I just need to point out something about the graphics. Each of these games have PS2 style graphics. If that is a deal breaker for you, then I'm sorry. Besides, graphics aren't everything. Regardless, let's begin. First up, Jurassic Survival. Hands down the biggest disappointment of the whole bunch. This could have been so much more with the concept it had. Instead, it's a huge letdown. No atmosphere, shallow gameplay, and very, very boring. I mean, wow, what a misfire. Next up, Sisters. An extremely short horror experience, but overall it is quite enjoyable. No replay value, but cool nonetheless and very immersive. Alpha Turkey Hunt. A monotonous shooter where you must gun down cardboard cutout turkeys. It really feels like an alpha, but it is quite fun, so this is a nice addition. Gumi No Yume. A cutesy grid-based puzzle game where you must move objects toward predetermined spots. Simple, adorable, yet can be pretty difficult the more you get into the game. Not to mention, this game has a lot of levels. Not really my cup of tea, and there's real no reason it should be in VR, but it is a good game. PolyRunner VR. Typical runner type game where you must steer a non-stop jet away from danger. It has very easy to grasp gameplay, but the simple, colorful graphics and soothing soundtrack are truly mesmerizing. Great game just to sit back and relax. Although don't relax too much, otherwise you'll crash. Zombie Strike. This was terrible. Just absolutely terrible. You are a drone shooting small specks on a map that the game calls zombies. Boring, uneventful, and a waste of the zombie genre. Only cool thing was the jump scare in the menu. That is about it. Don't waste your time with this. Space Bit Attack. Space Invaders in VR. No, seriously. That is it. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a classic game, and I truly enjoyed the art style and overall vibe. But it's only Space Invaders. So it is fun while it lasts, but it wasn't enough to entice me for very long. 405 Road Rage. Now this is a funny arcade-style driving game. You're essentially driving on the 405 in Los Angeles, and you have 3 different modes to choose from. You can be driving in a one-way freeway, driving in a two-way freeway so you can start driving in oncoming traffic, or the final mode, Bomb Bus, which is essentially the film's Speed starring Keanu Reeves in the style of a game. Simple cartoony graphics, good variety of modes, and some great replay value. This game in my eyes is hands down the most fun of the whole lot. And now finally, let's talk about Dreadhalls. Now this is pretty much the main event of the whole lineup, a horror dungeon crawler. In this game you must find your way out of a series of catacombs and underground passageways while trying to avoid monsters lurking around every corner. You have no way of defending yourself, so stealth is your best bet of survival. It can be truly terrifying in certain situations. It builds up tension in all the right places, atmosphere is great, music is fantastic, dungeons are randomly generated so you will definitely find some replay value here. Overall a great experience and truly a terrifying one. Now my final thoughts on the whole thing. This is a cool and versatile compilation of games. It reminds me of VR worlds in a way, giving the player many different ways to experience VR. Now, in this compilation there are a handful of very bad titles that honestly truly aren't worth your time, but the good definitely outweighs the bad here. Quality over quantity is always an important thing to follow when making something, and thankfully, in this collection of games, there definitely is some quality in here. Well, that's the video. And yeah, now let's get down to the most important question, is it worth the money? And I've done the math, each game, $15, 9 games, each one costs about $1.66. So I tried going down that route when I was playing the game, but kind of went to shit because a lot of them were really bad. But regardless, is it worth the money? Yeah, it truly is, because yes, while games like Jurassic Survival and Zombie Strike were big pieces of shit, games like Dreadhalls, 405 Road Rage, those really do push this game up to the top. And the rest are also like really, really good. Hell, Dreadhalls by itself is worth at least $10, maybe 15. If they're selling for 15, maybe a little too steep, but for $10 it is perfect. But everything else is a nice addition. Just the whole compilation is definitely worth $15. You'll definitely find some games you're gonna like. You're definitely gonna find some that you really hate. Like I just, the 2 I just mentioned were the ones that I just hated the most. and they're just two genres that I really, really like, and they just shit all over them. But regardless, yeah, definitely worth the money. Right now, there's no need to freaking wait for a damn deal. Like, this is already a deal by itself. So yeah, definitely pick it up if you're a PSVR owner. Regardless, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.